Hello YouTube, it's me, Jopta, back at it again with another video. This one about Pokemon, and is actually a part of a tag that has been dead for about 1 or 2 months, being Monster Journey 2021. Yeah, I'm a bit behind, I don't care. It seemed like fun, so I'm still doing it, and still use Monster Journey 2021, because at the end of the day, it's still 2021 when I'm recording this. So if you don't know what this tag means, it's been an ongoing tag for a while, created by a YouTuber that you'll see right now, because I forgot the name. You just detail what you would do for your Pokemon journey based on the anime and the games. There are a few rules that you need to get into first, so we'll just quickly go by those. I can only have one starting Pokemon, although I'm telling you right now, I did not have any, so this rule means nothing to me. One pseudo-legendary Pokemon, so I can't have Dragonite and Metagross, random examples. I can't have any legendary or mythical Pokemons, because that would be way too OP, and also untrue to anime. Ash has met every legendary, except maybe 1 or 2, but has not caught any of them. And I'm allowed 3 additional Pokemon alongside my 6 to swap between. Now, there is another rule, which is to tag 5 people at the end. And while I will be doing that, I was not tagged in this at all, and probably would never have been tagged since I've only made 1 video about Pokemon at the time of recording this. And it was only half about Pokemon, and the other half based on a different property in general. But A, it seemed like fun. B, a lot of people have done it without being tagged before. C, screw you, I can do what I want. And D, I only had 3 things to say. You know, let's just move on. So, about me. To start things off, I lived in the Galar region when I was a kid. This because Galar is closest in terms of just general everything where I actually live, which I will not be disclosing for the sake of the video. I'm also going to live in Motorstoke. It's the second most populated city in Galar, and I'd rather live in the second most populated than the most populated, because that's too many people. And so what do I do? My occupation is archaeologist and explorer. I pretty much always liked this idea in fiction, and so why not? I have nothing to do with archaeology or exploration in my normal life, but who knows? I study all there is about the ancient Pokemon world, specifically in terms of myths or legends, and how they relate to Pokemon that we know today. I'm doing this because I've always been fascinated by not only dinosaurs, as probably every young boy was at one point, but also mythical creatures, which Pokemon kind of are, and legends of the gods. Now, I would not be the protagonist of an Ash-type journey. Phrasing everything as if I would be, including my rival and my companions, which I'll get to later. But I see myself more as like a YouTube series on the Pokemon YouTube channel that would help people get into the ancient lore of Pokemon without having to go through every single dex entry to grab out what they can. Speaking of Pokemon, what ones do I have? Well, I'm telling you right now. And this first one may seem a bit absurd, but I like it anyways. My first Pokemon is a shiny Golurk. Now, I'm fully aware that having a shiny Pokemon is a bit unfair. However, not only does Ash have one, being his shiny Noctowl, but in Pokemon Sword and Shield, I managed to catch one in only 20 encounters. So I think it's fair enough for me to have a shiny one in the anime, especially since it'll be wildly different from any other Golurk, such as Ghost from Pokemon Journeys, which I have not seen yet, because I stopped caring about the anime a fair bit back. I called this Golurk as a Golett, and it protected me from a wild Golbat while I was first starting my research, and so I promptly caught it. Alongside Golurk, I have my trusty Snorlax. I caught this as a Munchlax at the same time my rival caught his Pokemon that I'll get into later. And I'll be real, Snorlax is kind of just me as a person. Whatever conclusions you want to draw from that, go for it. but suffice to say, I really like Snorlax. My next Pokemon is Centiskorch. I caught this little guy near my home in Motorstoke. And in terms of my archaeology and exploration, he crawls into large spaces and helps light them up. Next is Crawdaunt, who is a particularly strong Crawdaunt, based on Larry from when I played Pokemon Sword and Shield. That's what I named him. He was really strong, and he uses claws to help me search underwater ruins. And now for my pseudo-legendary, and what better pick than Garchomp? Yeah, I was debating whether or not to go for Garchomp or Tyranitar, but I just prefer Garchomp. Tyranitar is still very awesome, but Garchomp's my boy. He's my lad. He does a lot of digging work, is my main mode of flying, and, as said in the Pokédex, he uses his sonar to help me find secret areas. That is the power that Garchomps have, or at the very least Gabites have, I believe. And to round out my 6, I have Electivire. Electivire has been a favorite of mine ever since I was a kid, because when I did cover the anime, I watched the Diamond and Pearl one, and Paul's Electivire was phenomenal. It was just so cool looking, and I wanted one. And I needed one. And so I have one. He helps with the heavy lifting and also charged up my gear. And as for the 3 additional Pokemon, well, Electivire is my only favorite electric type. There's also Galvantula, who isn't part of my main 6 just because of type overlap with Centiskorch, which I realized that Garchomp also has with Golurk, but shut up. I like both and wanted both. I caught Galvantula during an expedition through Chargestone Cave, which is very notable for its flying rocks everywhere, and that's definitely something I would want to explore. My next Pokemon is Noivern, because I had to have some sort of bat Pokemon in here. They rule over caves with an iron fist, or I guess a flying fist, because they're all flying type. Anyway, I caught it as a Noibat, and it's an expert in caves, that's why I have it. And finally, for my Pokemon, Mamoswine. Caught it in Sinnoh after breaking it out of its ice. I usually spend the time studying it to learn more about it, but regardless, it does help me out in battle after I formed a friendship with it. Now you may be asking why, of my 9 Pokemon, 3 of them are a ground type, and that's because I like ground types, and I'm an explorer archaeologist. I'd have ground types. What did you expect? Alright, but I have to have a rival. My rival and my 2 friends are based on my real life friends. My rival, who will now be under the nickname NG, because I don't feel comfortable using my friends' real names, is a friendly but competitive rival. Not like recent friendly rivals like Hal or Hop, but more so like a friendlier Gary. Like, they still really want to win and are snarky, but we're still friends in the end. They're another explorer, and they usually develop pre-battle strategies and are done with a place before I can get to it. His first Pokemon was caught at the same time as my Munchlax, being a Slacking. Now, Slacking is their favorite Pokemon of all time. I actually asked my friends to send in Pokemon for them to use. And since I had a Snorlax that I couldn't figure out how I'd fit into exploration, I decided it would be fun to have them be counter opposites to each other, Slacking and Snorlax, as they're both very lazy normal types, but one is super strong and one is super fat, just like real life. Alongside Slacking, he has Alolan Ninetales. I don't know why, but I'm with it. Alolan Ninetales is pretty cool. Gallade, another really cool Pokemon. Crobat, who I also considered for my team before deciding Noivern instead. Crobat is another expert in caves. Ludicolo, just a fun Pokemon to have. There's the legendary Metagross, who is a stupid computer, like my friend, Decidueye, because I allowed him to have the same rules, and he actually wanted the starter, being Decidueye. Altaria, and Walrein. If you can't tell, they are a Gen 3 kid. But, moving on from my rival, we go to my friends! I have 2 friends that basically fill in the same roles as Brock and Salon in terms of a chef, and May slash Dawn slash Serena in terms of a contest competitor? I don't know. Not only are these just general things in Pokemon, but they tie into my friends pretty well. Start off with SF. They're a longtime friend of mine who isn't as experienced in battling Pokemon. Instead, he just wants to have fun and be a chef for them. He has his loyal Pokemon, Arcanine, alongside an Alakazam, Talonflame, Corviknight, Tropius, Vikavolt, Passimian, Luxray, and Haxorus. There is no real reason for them to have this outside of these are just Pokemon that they really like. And I respect that. And my other friend is RD, a different friend that I came across along my journey. As stated previously, they compete contests, but all of their Pokemon is specific to a different type of contest. For cool contests, they have their Hydreigon and Ampharos. It was originally supposed to be Luxray, but they didn't want to overlap with SF. So they switched to Ampharos, which is, in my opinion, better. Don't get mad. For beautiful contests, they have their two lovely grass types, Roserade and Lilligant. For tough contests, they have Swampert and Bishop. For the clever contest, they have Mismagius and Hatterene. And for the very cute contest, they have Mawile. I don't personally see Mawile as cute, but they made the choice, not me. And yeah, I believe that's it for my journey. Obviously, these are just building blocks. There will probably be hijinks along the way involving numerous teams that would want to take the fossils. In retrospect, I probably should have had a fossil, considering Ancient World. But I mean, Mammothine is kind of a fossil, but not a fossil Pokemon. Like, they're a relic from Ancient Past, but they're not revived from a fossil. I'm getting hella sidetracked, not to stretch the runtime or anything. Just generally confused about this. Anyway, that's the video. I understand that this tag has not been a thing for about a month or two, as stated at the start, but who cares? In terms of 5 people I want to tag, I would like to tag my 3 friends from the video, NG, SF, and RD, along with 2 other friends, who I will share this tag with, but again, only use initials. So OX and J, and then a bunch of numbers. You'll see the numbers on the screen, because I can't remember them at this moment. Yep. So that's been my Pokemon journey. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you come up with your own journey and revitalize this tag, so that I'm not the last person to do it. Catches.